Hi, this is just a quick video for day 11. Um, um, did I say day 11? Yes, it is day 11. Okay, well, it's actually day 12 because day 11 I didn't do a video on, but today, day 12. Yes, I'm in my room and I can hear a rather unusual sound upstairs. I don't really like it. Someone's just come in and they're up there, and I feel like I'm being um, intimidated in my own living quarters. Yes, I owe rent. I'm fully aware of that. And part and parcel why I owe rent is because of this negative, um, I feel, spiritual warfare that's been occurring ever since I've been here, but I've never been able to pick it up now until I've become more involved in Christ. And definitely I'm feeling it. And definitely in that room above, there's some serious satanic activity going on, and I don't like it. And the person that does it comes in strategically, and I'm sure it's demonic activity at certain times when I'm about to go for my walk. They come stamping up there, um, making all sorts of noise. So I'm just going to stay quiet for a moment. I'm just going to try and turn the volume up so you can actually hear all the occurrences that's happening upstairs, to show that I'm not lying, basically. So, yeah. Okay, it's gone silent. Yeah. It's just funny when I just mention it, then it goes silent. But yeah, there's a lot of craziness happening. And it's all like, if I'm about to take, I don't walk in the days like the exercises I do because the temperature is far too hot. Okay, because it's very hot in London at the moment. And also, I find that I get a lot of distractions on the street as well. Um, But in the evening, it's a lot more cooler. But although you do get the odd crazy things happening, but obviously, as you know, exercise is very, very important for your mental health. For your mental health, each person should do exercise every day. I'm all in favour of this. It just so happens I started a 21-day fast and decided to walk. I think I exerted myself the last time I went walking because I also did squats as well, which burns up a heck of a lot of calories. And I think as a result, because I wasn't eating, I then went into starvation mode and then, as a panic, started eating and replenishing various items of food. But I'm going to stay quiet again and then you can listen. There's more than one person up in that room. Okay, so it's about two or three people I think was up in the room because they creep in, and I've heard sounds when they feel potentially that there's somebody witnessing what they're doing to me. I hear the sound shit or say or things like that because they think they've been found out. But the things, I'm very aware of it, and this is what I've experienced every single time I've been here. I've spoken to the management; they've ignored me. Um, they've they've had people upstairs. I'm sure there were prostitutes. They're having sex at 2 and 3 in the morning, and then the people that they're having sex with walking out in the middle of the night and things like that. So this is what I've been subjected to, and because of their wanting to have things nice for their clients and the management are obviously in agreement with that. That's the type that although they said in the contract they don't want a business run from this premises, they're okay if it's a prostitution business. They overshadow that, they overlook that because I think that's okay. So basically, the landlords are very much to blame because I think they're very much aware of it and they're very much in support of it. So this is what I've had subject to, and when I go to work, I feel as though, or when I have been to work in the past, sorry, I feel as though I've been attacked spiritually, which is why I think I've had problems in the past of holding down a position. And it's come to a head now where you can see I was prepared to actually leave and go homeless, but it's so worked out. Somebody put some money in for my rent because they felt guilty about it. Okay. And there's still a substantial amount of rent owed. And I, you saw that I told you on Twitter that there was a offer of a job. Miraculously, this person who offered me the job, although they charged me £100 for a criminal records check on me, and I had to pay that out, hasn't contacted me. Although they said I was going to start in 2 weeks' time, which would be now, this Monday. So there's something going on. But the company name is JGC Logistics Limited. I looked up their details on Companies House and I noticed that their accounts, well, I don't know if they've made an error in the figures, but they didn't put that the accounts are in the millions brackets, but in the thousands brackets in terms of profits. And I'm thinking, well, the salary they said they were going to pay me, I'm wondering how they're going to manage to do that in a yearly budget if their profits don't exceed a few thousand. So yeah, and I've still yet to hear from these people. The contract was sent to me by email. They said they're going to send me a contract in the post. I haven't seen it, but then I have been noticing that somebody's been tampering with my post because a letter that was sent to me um, about my driving, because I decided to do a driving course, which is post passing a test because of the fact that I haven't driven in quite a while, just to refresh my skills. I didn't get that letter till about 6 days after they actually sent it, which means somebody's definitely looking at my post and holding it up. Fair enough, they could argue that's because I owe rent, but the whole point of why I owe rent is because they've been constructively trying to squeeze me out of this place and squeeze me and attack me and really abuse me in this place. And I'm fully aware of what they're doing, which is illegal. And yeah, I've been documenting basically the attacks I've actually experienced over this past 21 days. So yeah, I'll just stay quiet and I'll just see if they're going to make any more noise. I'll just come on quickly if it's a case that there is any noise. I'd come on quickly if I have to come off. If I feel nothing's happening. But yeah, okay. As you can see, it's still quite light outside. I'm going to go for a walk. I definitely want to do so, even if it's just for an hour. See, it is quite bright still outside, so I'm going to go for a walk. It may get dark by the time I come back, but I'm entitled for a walk and to exercise without somebody pressurizing me or terrorizing me, so I don't go for a walk to mess up their plans. Yeah, they've had all sorts of people coming in and out of here. The person in room 7 was very rude. When they left, they didn't even say, oh, we're going, or where we're going, or anything like that, yet I've actually had to live with them for the past couple of years or so. That's fair enough, that's their prerogative, but you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be wanting to know where I moved to if I moved out, and it's none of their business. um, I just feel that there's a lot of corruption around here. I'm not happy with where I live. I've been strategically, I feel, placed in this place. If I knew the type of place it was, I would never have moved here. But as I said, owing to my finances, I wasn't very financially solvent and affluent when I first moved here, although I had money in the bank saved up and I wasn't in any debts. By the time it got to being here, it's like my life has been deteriorated. Quality of life hasn't been very good. As I said, I made an attempt to leave twice, in fact, to come out of here. The first time I told you was back in 2011 when I had that position with OLMR. Do you hear? Okay. Yes, back in 2011 when I tried to move out, I had a position of a job. Do you hear the commotion? Back in 2011, I had a job. Sorry, yeah, went was going to go permanent. You all read about it or heard about it from my workshop videos when I was telling you the story. And I'd got to the point of moving out when I had got a loan from a friend for the deposit for the new place, and obviously with the promise of the job, and it fell through at the last minute. Obviously there weren't, you know the whole story behind that. That was the first time. Then I found that I had all my bits here. The second time was when I actually went to church, and I started going to church at Duke Street Church in Richmond. And then it was last year, I, although I was looking for a position, I even applied for a job in the church I was actually in, and they gave it to somebody that was already there that really wasn't in a position where they were doing accounts or anything like that, but decided to go for the position to fill the person's position who's on maternity leave. Um, and so I never got that position, but I still kept looking anyway. And yeah, and as a result, I was almost made evicted last time, and there was a big commotion. And I feel now that that was it very much instrumental of a demonic attack, and I believe that there could have been a lot more help that I received at the time this happened. And then miraculously, they reinstated the help that I needed with the finances and stuff like that to keep the place on. But really and truthfully, this is not a place for people to live. It's not a decent environment for someone to live in. Um, so this is my third time now of attempt being making me evicted, but now it's so bad. I've got debts that are mounted up. I keep getting people offering me money, offering me in terms of debts, in offering me loans and things like that, which doesn't sort of tally up. It doesn't make sense. And why would somebody offer you a loan if you're in debt and there's no way of you paying back, and there's no job situation, there's no job prospects, no one's giving you a job? It's like somebody's trying to dig a hole for me so they can control me and control my finances and control my life. So it's a bit strange. Yeah. And so I'm fully aware of it now. I'm very onto it, and I'm just not letting them get away with it. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe anybody could live under these circumstances normally, ordinarily, without any assistance, and definitely without a job. And if somebody's pretending to give someone a job, it's almost like a cruel joke when they know somebody's in need of finances, and then withdrawing the job at the last minute, not even telling them and not even responding to emails or anything like that. So do watch out for that company, GJC Logistics. They also call themselves JPN Logistics Limited. And please, everybody, be aware of them. They are not as they appear. And yeah, there definitely are shady characters. I'm going to sign off now, but I will sign on again if any activity continues to happen upstairs.